episode of the Mighty Movie Pod. My name is Ryan.
I am Josh.
And we're back in your ears for another thrilling edition, episode number 78. How you doing, Josh?
Back again for the 78th time.
Yeah. You can't stop us.
Can't stop. I'm good.
Good. Me too.
Yes.
Well, we're here again 1 week later. And wouldn't you know it, we've got more television to talk about. We were talking about The Mandalorian last episode.
Yeah, we didn't touch on some stuff we wanted to talk about. Maybe we'll revisit it later.
Yeah. We eventually will have some rant about Star Wars in the future.
Of course, as always.
Don't stress on that. So, another kind of swept everybody up back when it hit the Netflix. It had been around for a while.
Yeah, they had a full season of it.
Yeah.
On YouTubeables.
Then 2 seasons.
And then they realized that they could make money on a streaming service that people actually use.
Right. And then they brought it from YouTube Premium or Red or whatever the fuck they were calling it at the time, and Netflix bought it and brought the first season out along with a sequel season, as it were, and it caught fire, and everybody was like, have you seen this new show that's been around for like a year?
Yeah.
And we thought it sounded dumb.
Yeah, I mean, because like the trailers weren't really doing it any favors. No. I liked the idea that Johnny was going to be more the main character than Danny, but I did not give two shits enough about Karate Kid to really tune into a full series and watch these dudes struggle with their midlife crisis. And then I sat down and watched it and realized that I do want to watch these two dudes struggle through their midlife crisis.
Right. And they followed up that second season very quickly with a third.
Yeah, I think it was like, we're going to put the second season out, but as we're doing, since that was probably already done, but it might have been in the bag already, and then like they were filming the third when it went, because they knew it was going to be a success because it was already a huge smash hit. Like everybody was talking about the first season all the time about how great it was and stuff, so. Yeah,
and it sounded like the idea of it, the trailers that I had seen, the way they were cut, and the fact that it was a YouTube show made me just go like, oh God, like that does not seem like something that I would enjoy. Like, oh
yeah.
And then, it's on Netflix. I guess I'll try it. Like, so stupid. It means nothing.
For me, it was like, Jesus, nobody will shut the fuck up about this, dude. I'll give it my 3. I always give 3 episodes, and if it gets me, it'll get me. And it was, first one was pretty good. Second one was a lot better, I thought. Second episode was really good, and then the third one, I was like, all right, dude, I'm still here. I'll be on the ride for this, and I kind of got into it, man. Like, is Miguel gonna learn karate and stop being a wiener?
You get swept up, man.
Yeah.
It's like this world, the world of Cobra Kai, the television.
Oh, it's
program.
fantastic. It's beautiful. It's so. Right.
It's nonsense, but you get caught up in like this like no stakes melodrama.
No, it is so corny, and the world hinges on the All Valley under 18 karate tournament.
Yeah, one of the most prestigious things in the world.
Prestigious, like if you don't win the All Valley under 18 tournament, you ain't shit.
It ruined your life.
It ruined Johnny's life. Like, he was not able to find a job. He's still wearing the same jean jacket. Like, it's just destroyed him. And I mean, Danny's not done much better for himself either. He owns a dealership in Reseda.
And gives out bonsai trees, and he's like, we karate kicked the competition. He's still rolling on his one big success.
Yeah. Like, everybody's like, and everybody knows that he won the All Valley 18, not because he goes around telling everybody about it. Everybody, he's not that annoying dad where he was living in his high school. He just sits you down and is like, one time I won a karate tournament. I karate kicked a dude in the face. It's not like that. Everybody knows that that's Daniel Lucero. He won the All Valley under 18 tournament.
It's true. He'll brag and be a little bit of a jerk about his car dealership and how successful he is. But no, everybody seems to talk about his performance at the All Valley under 18 karate tournament. As if they've all seen the movie, I guess.
It's very what did I said it the other night when we were watching season 3. It's very like slice of life comedy anime show where like why are these stakes so high and why am I still watching the show where nothing really happens?
Season 3 ends with like finally everything comes to a head, and it was just like, hey, let's cut this shit out.
Yeah.
And let's settle this at the all
Valley
under
at
18. And everybody's like, yeah, we fucking will.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. But the first season's really kind of cool because we make jokes about it ruining Johnny's life, but like but that's the thing too, is it's such a stupid fucking thing.
Yeah.
That that ruined his life. But it's like the way that like
but it in turn also turned his life around.
Yes.
It's kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's also like,
do you remember the big thing that happened like that made this all like got the ball rolling was Danny's daughter's friends ran into his car.
Yeah.
Like, and then when he found that out, he's like, well, fuck.
Yeah, and he goes to Danny's dealership, right? To fucking...
He's like, I'm starting Cobra Kai again.
Or he goes and gets a rental or some shit, and Danny's just being a huge piece of shit to him.
Yeah, the first season's really good. I kind of forget how it all starts because like as soon as it starts going, it's just like this is serious business.
Well, that's after he. I think it's the same night. I can't remember if I can't remember if the car accident happened before or after he beats the shit out of the bullies in the parking lot.
Yeah. That's right. I think for whatever reason, his like stepdad comes and just talks shit to him after he loses his job.
Dick, yeah.
And then he like saves Miguel. And then he's like, I'm going to open a karate place. And
but I was trying to remember the sequence of events because didn't he actually get like put in a drunk tank for that?
No,
I think that's
why.
I thought that was why the stepdad showed up to bail him out.
Oh, yeah. You might
I could be wrong. He could have
right.
been just giving him money because he was just like, oh, well, you suck. So here's much. That's what happened. Yeah. He gives him the check because he lost his job and he's all pissed off about it. And he was like, I'm going to tear this shit up. And then he decides he's going to start a karate dojo after Daniel goes. He goes to Daniel's dealership to get his car fixed.
Yeah.
Or because they towed it there or something like that.
Yeah, they did. And then he sees her and the daughter. So whatever. That happened in some sort of order. But the main thing is that he gets one student. And Danny sees that Cobra Kai is opening up again, and he's like, "This can't happen."
And he goes, he like has
out.
a mental breakdown over the whole thing, and like Johnny's just like the whole time. Like he goes and spray paints a dick on Daniel's face on the billboard. It's super funny.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He gets his comeuppance for that.
He does. And then and nobody talks to each other. Everything always escalates like that. In the first season, in every season, a little less in the third, but Danny's
a lot
wife,
less in the third. I think they realized they couldn't keep doing this. Like we just don't talk. We just
but Danny's wife was the only one who had a head on her shoulders.
Continues to be the only one with a head on her shoulders.
A little less. She got a little hot-headed in the third season.
Yeah, but like that was her baby. They were fucking with a kid.
And it was a funny bit.
Yeah, and then she smacks the shit out of Kreese, which was super funny. I was like, hell yeah, dude. Danny's wife is the only intelligent character in the entire series.
Yep. 100%.
Miguel has his moments.
Yeah.
But what I was saying was it's so corny that ruined his life, but like I had to look up his name, that's what I was doing, that's why I got lost. William Zabka, the guy who plays Johnny delivers his misery really, really well. Like I don't know if William Zabka's a great actor. I've never seen him in anything but Karate Kid and Cobra Kai.
Same.
But I really like him in the show. I think he does a really good job. He's I like him shit. That's the thing, is like he's just way more likable than Daniel.
Yeah, they really lean and like it can border on annoying, but they very much lean into the internet fan like theory that's basically popular knowledge now. Like that fucking Danny was actually the bully
the whole time. Yeah,
Yeah.
he sprung upon a girl who was in an unhappy relationship, probably looking to leave him, and they even go with that where he's like, we had a huge fight earlier that day and I showed up to apologize and she didn't want to listen. You know how we were, because I guess it was a thing that like they were hot and cold all the time. And like Daniel showed up and started shit, and it's funny when you get it, and they didn't just like throw that out there like oh yeah, no, it was Daniel's fault and you're just supposed to go along with it. They actually present like a logical argument. There's two sides to every story, and it's interesting whether you buy into that theory or not.
And they don't lean into it too hard.
No.
Only sometimes.
Well, they do lean into it, I think, but they present logic to it. It's not just some bullshit throwaway like he stole my girl.
For who was affected most by that thing and who may have overlooked somebody else's feelings and blah, 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 blah. Like two sides to every story. But not so much that Danny is a villain. He is kind of an idiot and doesn't listen and stuff in the first couple seasons, especially the second season. He goes full crazy person.
He's out of his mind in the second season. It's because you do get both sides of the story. Later on in the show, you get Daniel's side of the story, and it's just as believable as Johnny's side.
Agreed.
It's honestly, it's like when your friends are fighting.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I'm cooler with him, so
yeah,
it's that happens a lot.
Get more family backstory with Johnny and all that.
Yeah, Johnny's got a fucked up family, man.
Him as a kid, like a smaller kid, and what like Kreese meant to him, and what all that.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Kreese is still and I love that it's Kreese is the real monster the whole time.
Yeah.
And they don't pull any punches about that into the second season.
No, and Danny, like when he sees him back, it's just like, are you fucking kidding me, man?
Like everything was going great, and then Kreese showed back up, and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And that's when he goes legit crazy.
Yes.
Johnny's just like, I got this. And he's like, no, you don't.
The first season, a little less of the teen drama. They go more teen drama in the second one. But the first one, we get Miguel.
It's more about Danny and Johnny.
Yeah, we get Miguel and Danny's daughter. What is her name?
Sam. Samantha.
Yeah, Sam and Miguel. There's a little bit going on there. But then also, Johnny has a son.
Yes.
And Robbie. It is Robbie. And
Robbie looks like he didn't quite get the part for the Green Ranger in 1993.
I was going to say he's late. He's a little late, and there's not a lot of interest for like a Boy Meets World remake.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's got a very strong Rider Strong vibe to him.
Yes. Woo.
Yeah. See what
it's a Rider Strong vibe.
It's a Rider Strong vibe he's putting out there.
Good.
I mean, he's even wearing baggy flannels and stuff.
That gets all mixed up because Johnny's on the right track, and he's like, your mom's a mess. I think I want to try to make things right.
Yeah.
And then instead of Robbie being a rational human being, which he never ever is.
Oh no.
He's like, I'm going to purposefully try to become friends with
his worst enemy, Daniel Lucero.
Yeah. But then he gets caught up and he's like, yo, karate is awesome and I want to be a good person.
I want to be a good person, dude. He gets mad at his dad because Johnny's like teaching Miguel and he sees. He's
going to go. Yeah,
he's going to go over there and like make peace because he found out that his dad had done all this good shit for him and his mom is literally a piece of shit.
Train wreck, yeah.
And he goes to the dojo to be like, yo, dad, let's be dads and sons. Yeah. And he sees Johnny giving Miguel, the kid that lives in his apartment that thinks he's super cool, a gi. He's going to be his new student. And Robbie hits the fan. He's like, this is impossible. That should have been my gi.
Yes.
And you're just like, dude, it should have been.
It's that classic fucking just jump to conclusions and overreact melodrama shit. And for some reason in the world of this show, you're just like, damn. Like, it's trash TV, but like,
and you're just like, that is some cold shit. That should have been his gi, man.
It just takes me back to like 90s vibes.
It is
of
very,
storytelling.
it's so
Dawson's
crazy that
Creek
it's a
type
nostalgia vibe. It's based entirely around nostalgia, and it encompasses, even in the writing, that type of trash bullshit TV.
Yeah.
And you're there for it.
Oh, yeah. It hooks you.
Yeah.
I can't explain it.
They leave everything on a cliffhanger, like they do this slow pan or whatever, and it's like, what are you doing here? And you don't see who it is, and they're like, who's here?
And then there's just the Cobra Kai logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do like that graphic too.
It's good.
That chrome Cobra Kai looks super dope.
So yeah, that first season I think is probably
It's more of
my favorite.
it's more family in that one, more of a family drama in that one, because you get Sam likes Miguel, and it's less about their relationship and more about how that's affecting Daniel and Johnny. And Johnny's all about it. He's just like, yeah, man, like he's taking him out there, giving him terrible advice on how to be a guy.
Yeah.
And he's just like, all right, look, here's this book. It's called Douchebag 101. You know?
Yeah, and like that terrible jumping to conclusion thing. Like, Sam is hesitant to introduce Miguel to Danny because he's a Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai, yeah.
And then fucking like he gets drunk and kind of acts like an idiot, and she's like, my dad was right, you Cobra Kai are the worst. It's just like, oh my God. It's so eye-rolly, but you're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, and by the end of the season, you get the battle you want. You get Robbie versus Miguel.
You know, where they duke it out, Josh?
They duke it out at the under 18 All Valley tournament.
Yes,
and it's a big deal. You get that they keep interspersing it with shots from Danny like being petrified about getting his leg broke and Johnny getting kicked in the face with a crane kick.
Yeah, and also, Johnny's like the conflicted fucking sensei who's like, my son, but also my best student.
Yeah, my son, but also my new son.
Yeah, but also my new maybe stepson. Ooh. Yeah, and it's just, and it ends with that, and it kind of feels like its own little solid thing. And they bring Kreese back at the end?
Yeah, Kreese comes walking into the school at the end because he heard about the tournament.
Yeah, and then it's not until the second season that Danny finds out.
And they beat Robbie with dirty means again. And like we said, Johnny's conflicted and stuff because he doesn't want to be the douchebag that Kreese made him into. Yeah. So throughout the season, he's a douchebag trying to do right, and he's just like, if somebody's a dick to you, you kick him in the nuts, you know? And it's a lot of that, and he takes the whole strike hard, strike fast, no mercy thing, but tries to make it nicer. Yeah, and it doesn't work.
It's a saying, but don't be a piece of shit.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like he's like, no, we're tough and we're badasses. It's not badass to hurt, to go above and beyond. Don't kill people, you know?
Yeah,
don't cheat. That was the one thing. He was really pissed off when the beginning of the second season, because they pretty much crippled Robbie. And there's this whole thing about like, oh, we crippled his kid, you know? Like we fucking winged that kid too hard, and now like his arm's busted. Or I can't remember.
I forget. He had some sort of
injury. It was his arm, cracked a rib or something like that. Yeah, they really jacked him up. But
and he's like, I'm going to go with my real dad.
Yeah.
Danny.
yeah, but and then Danny found his own school, Miyagi-Do, because in the first season all he has is Robbie. Well, then all he has is two students for most of that season, his daughter and Robbie. Yeah, and then Johnny's school is flourishing.
Yep, and that's where this is much. The second more focused on the teenagers, and it's like, which karate gang are you in? And it's serious business. And how can I be friends with a Cobra Kai?
The whole school is at war because the Cobra Kais and the Miyagi-Do.
We haven't even talked about Hawk.
Oh God!
You know what I mean? Because like Hawk had already pulled some bullshit in the tournament in the first season.
Yeah,
and now
Hawk's the one that fucked up Robbie.
The first time? Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
because Miguel got out or something like that. No, Miguel fucked up another kid, and then
I think Hawk actually just got disqualified for doing something stupid.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
He got fucking. He did some fucked up shit to that other kid. The because it was the three of them, and then Hawk did something fucked up to that other kid, and then they disqualified him, and then it was Robbie and Miguel fucking broke his arm.
Broke his arm or something.
Broke his arm, broke his leg.
Yeah, so
I did like the joke they did at that part too, because he starts slapping his hands together like he's gonna do the Miyagi bit, and he's like, "I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's go get you some first aid."
Yeah. Yeah, the callbacks they don't start happening until the second and third season. Third season had a very big stretch of like, especially with Danny, because like when you're talking about Johnny, you're just kind of like, how much can you really show of Johnny?
Yeah.
It's mostly like that's why he's the best character, because they're doing new stuff with him. Danny, they're kind of like, he's got to be Danny.
He's got to rediscover himself, because he got wrapped up in the car dealership life.
Yeah. Yeah, and his son disappears.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He has a daughter and a son in the first season, throughout the whole first season. Second season, that kid doesn't exist. They don't even mention his name.
I think he does show up once, or they mention that he's in the car.
He doesn't show.
And then in the third season, he was there.
They finally brought him in for like one shot, and we were just like, "Oh shit!" Like, because we were like, "Who the fuck is that kid?" Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's interesting, but yeah, the second season is mostly about the kids, karate gangs. Fucking, how can I have my boyfriend be a Cobra Kai?
Kreese is getting his fingers into Cobra Kai and making the kids
doubt
evil.
Johnny and
doubt Johnny, be evil.
Yeah, well, his kid's over there at Miyagi-Do, and where's his loyalty?
Well, yeah, and that's where the whole thing comes up, because they're all pissed off because they got yelled at because Johnny's kid's the one that got fucked up, and that's the whole reason that they think he's mad. And it's like, no, because you're being bad, dude.
Yeah.
Don't be like me is like the whole thing, is just don't be like I was, you know.
Tempers flare.
Your tempers flare, dude.
And there's a giant brawl at the end.
Yeah.
And it's insane. Oh, Peyton List shows up. There's a love triangle.
Yeah,
she's like, I want to make out with Miguel.
Yeah,
because
she's
he's
like,
with Johnny. Because Sam's with Johnny now.
Yeah.
Or Robbie, sorry. That'd be weird.
There was one girl that I really liked in both the first and second season, and it was the black girl with the glasses.
Yes,
that's just like, she wants to be friends with Sam.
She's
like
friend.
Sam's nerdy friend and everything. And
in the first
but
season,
Sam's like way too cool for her now. She's Barb, but like a actual character.
Yeah,
and
character
worth
like
being around.
Yeah, and like that. Sam goes through something in the first season where like she's ignoring her and hanging out with the popular girls, and they do shitty stuff to that girl, and then all of a sudden she's like, fuck this, and is friends with her. So in the second season, they're still trying to be friends,
and they're doing a good job. Like, I mean, it's so funny because like she's totally welcome in the house and everything, but you bring that Miguel around here.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, I guess because they were friends previously, and Danny even says to her like, are you sure you don't want to come to Miyagi-Do?
Yeah.
She's like, I like Cobra Kai. We're cool. And he's like, oh,
it's not like it used to be. And she's just like, and it wasn't like that.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
You see, we're getting all wrapped up, and it's like, it's so stupid. It's about underage karate tournaments. And we're just like, oh man, dude, there's so much going on. You gotta be informed.
Yeah. It's just, I feel like we're breezing over so much shit that goes on in that show, but you should watch it.
But that's the thing, you should watch it. We're not here to just recap everything. It's just we're kind of going season by season. The big, I think we'll talk a lot about the third season. It's the freshest for us.
Yeah. Yeah, the second season kind of all just culminates in this big brawl in the school, and it's a lot of teen drama the whole time. Like, I really didn't like the second season. It was a little too WB for me, dude, where it was
just like Sam's drunk and then she kisses Miguel, and Peyton List thought that she was with Miguel, and then Robbie is mad because he likes Sam, and then it's like, we're all gonna fucking fight.
Yeah.
And it goes too far.
Yeah, fucking Peyton List is putting spike bracelets on her hands and scratching up Sam. Like, she has literal scars in the third movie.
Yeah.
Third season.
And Miguel. he learns.
Miguel
from
pays the
Sensei
biggest
Johnny.
price.
Yeah, he learns, and he's like, "No, I could beat up Robbie right now, but no, I've learned my lesson." And then Robbie
and
goes,
Robbie, who's
"Hiya!"
supposed to be all
Miyagi-Do.
defensive Miyagi-Do, not the way of the fist, and the way of the palm.
Yes,
I've seen a lot of kung fu movies.
Although we get into that there was more to Miyagi-Do.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
If you have to kill somebody, that's fine.
Yeah.
Literally, that whole thing was a callback to that character, but also just so you could, for one brief second, be like, he's gonna kill Kreese, which is like, no, he wasn't. Anyway, yeah, Miguel gets crippled.
Yeah, Miguel gets crippled
Kicked
because
over a rail.
Robbie betrays all his teaching and kicks him over a school railing and snaps the poor kid's spine on the on the bottom floor railing.
Yeah. They're like, "Oh my God, what did you do?"
Yeah, dude.
And then it's just like, we're all in the hospital and people are just like, "Karate did this." And everybody gets all fucking pissed off. No more karate.
And there's no more karate.
And Kreese takes over over Cobra Kai because he's like, "You were weak. You made this happen." And then Johnny's
Johnny
like,
was
"I'm fucking out of here.
You're a dick and you did this on purpose."
God, that was fucking a weird season, but still, it got you.
It was still really good. Then they teased the return of another character at the end of that one.
They did. Which brings us into season 3, which is the newest season. We watched it all in one go.
I think we watched all of them in one go because we watched the first one in one. We watched the first one in one night, and then we watched the second one in one night.
I think we may have watched the first 2 in one night.
Did we?
Maybe.
Yeah, we might have.
Like I said, it gets you. But the third one is somewhere a mix of the first 2 seasons. It's kind of like, it was good. I enjoyed it.
I liked the third season more than I liked the second, but I'm with you that the first one was the best season.
Yeah.
I liked the way, at a technical aspect, I liked the way the first season looked a lot more than these last 2 seasons. This one looked a lot better than the second one did. But again, I think the first season, from just the cinematography point of view, I don't know what cameras they were using in season 2, but it did not look as high quality as the first season did.
Yeah, it was
real weird.
Something was going on there. I agree. I don't know. Maybe YouTube threw more money at that first season than they do at the second season, and then when it was a hit on Netflix threw more money at this third and fourth season.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. But it's just like, it just starts out with Robbie, and he's just betrayed. He got sent to jail with no trial.
He cut off his 90s hair. No longer looks like Ryder Strong.
No.
He looks like adult Ryder Strong.
But he gets sent to jail with no trial.
No, yeah. Well, it starts out with Miguel's mom, who Johnny had a budding relationship with. They were gonna fall in love, it seemed like, and she's like, "Yo, you get the fuck out of here!" She's really mad, and she should be, because her son is probably never gonna watch. They didn't even think he was in a coma when the first season, when the third season started. They didn't think he was gonna make it.
But then he was reliving his championship run at the All Valley Under 18 Karate Tournament.
Yeah, but he couldn't beat that guy.
And he beats Coma.
Yeah, he beats Komafu.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I thought all that was really good, and people were being rational. Like Danny and Johnny are going and looking for Robbie. And fucking
they're teaming up, and then something dumb happens where Danny makes Johnny mad, and Johnny storms off.
He's like,
"I'll find my kid myself."
You shouldn't have beat him up so bad. And it's like, bro, you guys rolled in there to beat those guys up.
I know. Yeah, that's right. Because they roll into the chop shop, and Johnny's like, "We got to get the hell out of here." And Danny just keeps going, and he's like, "No, we have to get out of here." And then they end up in a fight, and Johnny beats the shit out of some dude, and Danny gets mad because he beat him up so bad. And Johnny's just like, "What did you think was gonna happen?"
Yeah, and
they came at you with a tire iron.
Yeah, and then even still, they kind of convene again. And Robbie's future and what have you. Fucking the mom shows back up. She's in rehab.
Steals that minivan.
Yeah, he does. But it was Danny's.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mom is in rehab, and all that good stuff. But then all of a sudden the police show up and it's just like, he's like, how about you both just leave me alone? And then just goes to jail.
Yeah.
There's no trial.
Well, Danny turned him in. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Danny turned him in because he knew he'd be at the dojo.
Yeah.
And he came in and tried to talk to him and everything. And then the cops came walking in after that. And he's like, you fucking did this. And he's just like, I'm going to get you a lawyer. I'll pay your bail, you know? And
Yeah.
he's just like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
But like, that's whatever.
Yeah.
But, and then he just learns to be a commentary on our correctional system. I think he just, while in the pen, just learns to be a dick.
Yeah,
And it's just like,
yeah.
I'm a dick now.
Yeah. He comes out and he's like, yo, Kreese is right. Because Kreese shows up. Johnny never shows up because he's there taking care of Miguel, the kid that got crippled because of him. So Johnny needs to work on his priorities, though.
And then he goes to the soup kitchen and yeah, I don't know. But
yeah, they had
it's
a brief
basically just
moment.
Danny and fucking Johnny are both like, we lost our boy. And it's like all of a sudden they're both his dad. And they like bond over that the most out of all the things they've gone through.
Yeah.
I
Well,
found
because their
weird.
fight in this one was kind of dumb anyway. Dude.
Yeah,
And they were both like, yo, Kreese is a piece of shit. And he's like, yeah, Kreese is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they both. Yeah. And then there's like switching of schools happening. The season, I feel like, just has a way of like all the things that were a little unanswered or kind of weird from the second season.
Yeah.
They kind of just addressed all those. And, Danny has his own things to worry about because they needed Johnny to really be there to try to cope with what's going on. His real son and Miguel and this and this. So they're like, all right, Sam is just like, I'm scared of Peyton List and have PTSD from that fight.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't blame her. She's got fucking scars on her arm from getting clawed up.
So Danny has car dealer business to go take care
Yeah,
of.
they're gonna try to because his business is so bad because of
People are mad. Oh, the public in Reseda is mad at karate.
Yeah, they're mad at karate, specifically Miyagi-Do, because they crippled Miguel.
Yes.
And rightfully so. And Danny's losing business, and his car dealership rival is trying to buy him out.
An exclusive deal with somebody in Japan, and so
Yeah.
he's got to go to Japan.
He has to go to Japan to try to talk these guys into not doing the exclusive deal with that guy because he's a jerk and he doesn't hold on to the values that are so important to Danny, which are everything that
Bonsai
Miyagi
trees.
taught him.
Yeah.
Bonsai trees. Yeah, specifically bonsai trees. And he meets his girlfriend from, I believe, the second or third one.
Yeah, I've only ever seen the first Karate Kid, so I didn't know who it was, but they give you some flashbacks.
Yeah,
they give you an idea.
They give you an idea. I think it's the second one, and it's his lady from then, and they have a really good scene. I thought those episodes with him in Japan were the best Danny was in the entire series.
In the series, they gave him something to do because
Yeah.
it's like Johnny in this story and some of the kids are really where it's at.
Yeah.
They've had a hard time figuring out what to do with Danny.
Yeah, Danny's just
Besides overreacting about shit.
Yeah, constantly being obsessed with ruining Johnny.
Yeah.
is just like,
Even though Johnny's out there just trying to do something.
yeah, Johnny's just out there trying to fix his life, and you see a lot of that throughout the show. Like, he's like super unfriendly and a huge dick in the first episode, and then as time goes by, he's still a dick, but like he's trying to be better and he's more civilized by the time we get to season 3.
He's drinking less Coors Banquets.
Yeah, he's
you know what I
drinking
mean?
less Coors Banquet, except for the very beginning, and I give him credit too. He grew a real beard. They didn't put a fake beard on him like they
Yeah.
did in Lost.
Yeah. Yeah. But the Japan stuff's really cool. It was funny.
Japan
Like, they
stuff's awesome.
gentrified one of the villages.
Yeah,
and-
the village that was in the movie,
Yeah.
he's all excited to go there because he wants to get back in touch with his, what he learned there and what Mr. Miyagi taught him while he was there on their trip over. And he goes in and it's Soda Sopa, from
Yeah.
South Park. It's they got a Starbucks and a Subway, and he's just like,
And a
"What the
Jersey
hell?"
Mike's.
And
That was the
Jersey
big
Mike's.
thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
They used to have Subway. Now they have Jersey Mike's. Yeah, that was so funny. I was just like, the whole ride up there. I was just like, he's so happy about this. He's gonna roll in, and it's all gentrified, and it was so fucking funny. But he sees his lady putting on his old lady girlfriend.
His old lady girlfriend.
Yeah, it's like old girlfriend, lady friend. That's where I was going. And she's doing a performance like she was in the movie. She's doing the traditional dancing and stuff like that. And he's just like, oh, she's still got it. Yay, she's amazing. And they have this really cool sit down, and they catch up and they show pictures.
Because like her aunt or mom or somebody had a relationship with Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, love
so
letters.
She's reading
and stuff.
letters that
that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Sets
bit.
were all good.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. They go to that cool house
Mhm.
and with the garden and everything. That was really nice.
Sets were good. All that was cool.
And then his arch nemesis from that movie shows up, and they have coffee together, and he's super intense.
Very intense.
Very intense. I loved all those bits. And he takes him out there, and he's going to teach him how to do the real Miyagi-Do.
Yeah.
And he gets him in the same pose that he's going to, kill him like he did to Danny. And then he honks his nose just like Danny did in the movie. And he laughs so hard, and then all of a sudden he's a totally different guy. He's like, oh, I've been doing this for years. I'm waiting for this for years.
But yeah, like I was talking about earlier, it was like, oh yeah, it's always defensive, but like sometimes the only way to stop is to like, so there's like pressure point, like paralyzing and killing if you absolutely have to. And it's like this whole just kind of like whatever. It was like, oh, okay, Danny's got a new appreciation for the whole breadth of Miyagi-Do.
Yeah,
but
know
also,
how to do nerve strikes and shit.
Yeah,
now.
but also it's just setting up for him being like, I'm gonna kill Kreese.
It's my destiny. I feel like Johnny's the one that's got to put him down, because Johnny's the one that's got the actual beef with Kreese. Like, Kreese,
right? Well,
Kreese is more responsible for ruining his life than Dan.
Yeah, this season, I feel like each season has like a thing it focuses on. The first one was like setting up where Johnny and Danny are, and then Johnny and mostly Johnny, and then the sons, whatever. Second one was all the kids and that drama and just bullshit.
This one was more about
This
Danny.
one was about a little bit about Danny and a lot about trying to make Kreese sympathetic for some reason.
Yeah, I think they wanted, well, because I know that when they gave the character Kreese to that actor, he was just like, I'm just bad guy.
I'm just bad karate teacher guy.
And so he invented that everything that we saw about Kreese, and that was his creation. He made that whole backstory for him and everything. And it was kind of cool to see. But Kreese is still a piece of shit.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
and that's what it ultimately comes down to, because now he's fucking, first of all, I think Peyton List, at some point there's another big fucking brawl at Danny's house, but like some kids decide to turn and go to Miyagi-Do, or what did Johnny call his new school?
It was
Eagle Claw.
Fang,
Yeah, Eagle Talon,
like
Eagle Fang.
Eagle Fang, yeah. Eagle Fang.
So like
dojo.
So
and
they just decided
in the park because he can't get another space and it's free.
So there was like a switch, but people who are like loyal to Kreese, it's cause like he's turned Robbie now.
Yeah.
Robbie's been turned, and Peyton List, he like went and beat up one of her like sexual harassers.
The apartment manager at her complex, who is in no subtle terms being like, yo, if you come over and have some underage inappropriate relationships with me, I'll let your sick mom stay in her house. I'll let your mom, who's riddled with cancer, live in her house.
Yeah.
And it's very inappropriate, and Kreese comes in and just kicks his ass. It's the only time Kreese was just like in the right.
And I don't know where I don't remember where Hawk landed on all this. Did he end up switching?
Hawk, as I recall, Hawk comes walking in at the end of the episode or something like that.
Because like people are in trouble, and then they help other people, and some people are taking it too far. So like it's a big blow up, and it was a lot like the second season.
Well, Hawk has his moment because he brings in the dickheads. He brings in all the bullies to the school, and he's like, yo, these guys don't have...
Oh, that's right. The guys that he joined Cobra Kai to kick their asses, now all of a sudden, he brought them in, and they're the monsters again.
And if I remember right, he even says, like, this isn't what Sensei Johnny wanted. Yeah. And he's just like, Sensei Johnny's not in charge anymore. I am, and he's just... And so he starts having misgivings. He has a big, like, freak out on one of them and beats the kid raw.
Yeah.
And then... I can't remember what, I think it was after the second big brawl where he breaks Eugene's arm, the other nerdy kid.
Oh yeah,
he breaks that kid's arm and feels real bad about it, and then at some point starts questioning Kreese more and more, and I think he does have a turnaround, because if I remember right, by the end of the season It's
because they
just
run in
Peyton
and
List and
they
Robbie.
run in and they tell Peyton List like it's over, and she's like, it's never over, and she runs. So like, I think it's gonna be Robbie and Peyton List are now like the bad couple.
Yeah.
And and again, it's all coming down to the fucking All Valley under 18 karate tournament.
Because the schools fused together. Johnny and Danny put their beef aside finally. Because they talked like his wife has been insisting that they do since the first
and honestly,
season.
like almost considers Johnny a friend, even though Danny's such an idiot.
She's so nice to Johnny. Every time she sees him, she's all pleasant with him and everything. But
it was
she's
like
still
gossiping
just
to Elizabeth Shue, which we didn't bring up. Like gossiping to her, like he's got a girlfriend.
That was what happened.
At the
that
end
was
of
the big
second
character
season,
reveal. Elizabeth Shue shows up, and I thought that was really cool that she comes in.
Yeah, adds him on Facebook.
That's
another recurring joke that I really like is Johnny doesn't understand technology.
At all.
Yeah.
Like he thought because his computer was wireless, it never needed to be charged. So he goes to turn his...
You plug it in, it's wireless.
He tries to trade in his laptop at a pawn shop, and the guy's like, "Did you charge it?" He's like, "He can't charge it. It's wireless."
Remember, he sold it to him.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. He brought it. He's like, "You told me this thing was wireless for the internet." What?
Remember when
he calls hashtags hash browns?
Yeah.
It's
the first.
These jokes shouldn't be funny, but they are.
They are.
He says them with such confidence.
But like his character, it works for his character so much, like
because he's ridiculous.
Manuel, what?
Miguel.
I'm like, how did I just forget his name? Miguel hooks him up on the internet, and the first thing he does is just searches up hot babes. And watching, what was that terrible movie he was watching before he broke his TV?
Dude, he was watching Iron Eagle.
And he's just like,
Eagle
wow, I can watch
favorite.
Iron Eagle on YouTube. It's the best.
Iron Eagle was Johnny's favorite movie, and it's funny. We were watching the first season. I was like, "That's Iron Eagle," and Ryan's like, "You know that?" I was like, "Yeah, dude. He has a tape deck straight to his leg. His dad gets lost in the war, and he's got to go fly a fighter jet over there with Louis Gossett Jr.'s help." I was just glad to see another cheesy '80s teen-based film getting its due in there, and I'm just like, are they hinting at Iron Eagle? I hope not. That movie's bad.
But yeah, really bad. Johnny just carries the show. But like, some other people are they're starting to work out.
The big characters that come in that are the only one that really sucked, and they thankfully got rid of him, was the neckbeard guy from the second season, who served no purpose. He was supposed to be some kind of comic relief, I think, but he wasn't funny.
He's like, 80s. I love the 80s. Like they saw the first one. It's like Netflix saw the makers of fucking Stranger Things saw the first season and was just like, there's not enough 80s references, and like stuck him in to do it, and it sucked.
Yeah. They put the wrong kind of character in a show based around nostalgia, because yes, the show is based entirely on nostalgia. It's written with that feel, but they're trying to take it seriously.
Yeah.
The show is more than just the nostalgia, because you're getting these characters.
I don't care about Karate Kid. I saw the first one, and I'm like, it's fine. The show works for me.
Like I said at the beginning, I didn't care enough about the Karate Kid to watch a show about them as adults.
Yeah.
But the show stands on its own. Like, it's good shit.
We must talk about something. The third season, for whatever reason, Sam's friend, the bigger girl with the glasses, just isn't in it. And they don't ever talk about it.
She's gone.
Nobody brings it up.
Never even brought up. And it's like the son from the second season. Never discussed again. I thought it was like Donna's sister from
She was the bridge between Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai.
She was kind of the heart of both schools, kind of, because she was just like, I'm a nice person, but I like that Johnny's teaching me to stand up for myself.
Yeah.
And that's what he was doing for the whole school. And that was what was great about Cobra Kai, was it was just like, Danny's being an idiot. He's never even seen what he's doing with these kids, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, and I thought that
she was just gone.
Because she was always there, because she was friends with Sam, so she could be the mouthpiece, you know? And and she's just entirely gone from the third season.
I could have looked it up. I'm sure there may have been an article here or there about it. My guess was that she didn't want to be on set for COVID-related reasons.
That could be it. That could very much be it.
I don't know,
because
they don't address it.
No,
it's like when the son never showed up. Like they had a line or two, like, "Oh, he's in the car" or something like that. they just act like she never existed.
Yeah.
Never brought up.
And it's shitty, man, because she
Yeah.
was a great character. I liked her a whole lot because, like you said, she's the bridge. She was the mouthpiece for Cobra Kai and being like, no, we're not like this.
Yeah.
And she even brought up thoughts to Mr. Kreese, to Johnny about Kreese, where she's just like, is this how you want to do things? Because her and Miguel were both like, yo, I don't like this guy.
Yeah.
Hawk was all about it because Hawk's insane.
Yes.
He got a mohawk and went insane. You know? I mean, but like Hawk had it really rough, dude. He's got the hair lip and everything, and like they just beat the shit out of
that was
kid.
the thing is when they ended up bringing in like the bullies that he became a Cobra Kai to beat up. Like now he's just like, dude, this shit sucks. Now these got to be my guys. Fuck this.
Yeah, because he knows that they're bad dudes. Oh, and one of the guys was Sam's boyfriend at the beginning of the season.
Yes, he was. Yeah,
Show.
the one that and Johnny beat him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny kicked his ass.
Yep.
Yeah, Johnny goes to jail in like the second episode for beating up a child, and that case comes back up again, and he has to prove that he's not.
And in this season, he goes to jail again.
Yeah, well, he goes to the drunk tank.
Yeah.
But I think he's actually on probation now because of his violations.
Yeah, because he's trying to get a job, and he's like, just. And he starts listing off the shit.
Well, yeah, and then the cop is like, oh yeah, the Applebee's guy.
Yeah,
'cause he keeps going. They won't let him into dive bars anymore, so he's just going to like family restaurants and picking fights with people in the bar.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Like, he tries to beat up those Dodgers fans, and they were like, and then they like kicked his ass because he was drunk, and then like call the cops. Like it's like it's real life, Johnny.
Exactly. Yeah, this doesn't get settled with a fight, and we just run away, or you just run away. Like
because they just wanted to change it to the Dodger game, and he's like, no,
yeah, because they were doing the news on Miguel and how he's not allowed to be a karate teacher anymore.
I got drunk at an Applebee's. Now I'm not allowed to teach karate. Anyway, I mean, what could we really say? It is, if you think it's bad, you're probably right. If you think it's good, you're probably
also right. It's a weird show. It's really good.
But I find it very enjoyable, and I think that they know what they're doing, and they're doing it well.
Yeah.
I don't know what they could change that I would be like, this would have been better. Like, I think they know it's a dumb idea and they're having fun with it and injecting like actual interesting ideas.
I think they know that season 2 missed a lot, and that's why season 3 is more of a return to form.
Agreed.
I honestly think that most people could just skip to the season finale of 2 and go into 3 without needing to watch.
Yeah, I mean, there were some things like they introduced Peyton List and I think there were some Johnny and Danny fucking moments that had happened.
Yeah, that was where the double date happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Johnny
and
Danny are like trying to out eat each other or something like that.
And like it's worth it because Danny's wife is the only person who's talking any sense through that whole fucking season.
Yeah,
and her character is just great.
She's awesome. She's like I said, she's the smartest person in all of Reseda.
Yeah, he's like blowing off his dealership to go and like paint cars and
then
shit.
The whole rise of the crisis between them, the whole reason the brawl happened, aside from the that's my man bullshit that they did.
She got on the speaker was like, I'm gonna fight you, bitch.
Yeah, was because friggin' Danny's Goomba friggin' cousin lights Johnny's car on fire.
Yeah, I think that was the first season because he gave
that was the second season.
He gave him that
was
car.
the second
That's
season.
Right. That's right. God. Yeah. So that's the second season alone is worth it for fucking just laughing at the fact that Danny's wife is the only one who has a head on her shoulders.
And you do get the season in the second episode where all the guys get back together from the original Cobra Kai. And that was a cool episode, man. I really liked that. And it was kind of a touching memorial to one of them as well.
Yes.
It was a good episode. And one of those guys comes back in season 3, and that's one of the funniest episodes.
It's good. Yeah, season 3 is really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Season 3 is my favorite so far. I really liked 1, but the more I talk about season 3, the more I think season 3 was more for me than the first one was. but it's like neck and neck.
Yeah. Just kind of like a little bit of a dip when they were finding their way back, because it had been so long, I think, since the first season. Because like watch first season and then watch third season, it's like it's supposed to be a year maybe.
It's supposed to be,
and Miguel's like 4 years older.
Yeah, the kids. Even in the first and second season, it's like, yeah, the kids have definitely aged.
Yes, good stuff. Good
really
stuff.
Good.
I would have loved to be like, God, this stupid shit.
Yeah, and then never speak of it. But yeah.
But no, sometimes things are popular for a reason.
Yeah,
you know
sometimes things can be good.
As dumb as a Karate Kid show sounds, it is actually a fun and sometimes well-written time.
Yeah, there's some real moments in it where it kind of pulls at your heartstrings.
Yeah.
It's got some of that good shit.
Yeah.
It's like whatever magic the Marvel movies have, where you're like, this should be really dumb.
Yeah,
I'm really getting it.
I think they did such a good job with this third season, because the first 2 seasons Danny is just annoying, and then they actually had some like really good Danny stuff. So if you're able to make Danny matter,
they gave him some real conflict. Like he was gonna lose his business, you know?
Yeah. He had lost his way.
He could have just started.
And it wasn't just like looking at a picture and being like, damn it, Mr. Miyagi, how can you help me? Like he actually went out and solved his own problems.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, kind of like, it was kind of a acquaintance of his was like, you're lucky I like you.
Yeah, exactly.
But still, he had a journey.
Yeah, it wasn't like the other 2 seasons where he just sits down and looks off wistfully while a flashback from Karate Kid 1 or 3 shows up. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
give it a watch. That's what I say. What do you think?
I 100% agree. I watched the first 2 seasons a couple times.
That's why I'm a little. I'm
loose on the details and stuff like that. But I think it's good that we don't remember everything, because it gives people a reason to watch the show.
Agreed. Yeah, we kind of went through a lot of that, but it's harder to talk about TV shows. A lot goes on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot to try to jam into a conversation.
Episodes have arcs and what have you, seasons and all that good stuff. I think that's all we have for television. That we have for television at this time. If we encounter anything else awesome, we'll come back. But there are some movies that are going to be coming out here pretty soon, so we will inevitably be back for another episode. Is there anything else that you were dying to talk about, Josh?
No, you already shamed me.
Okay. Good. I've done my job as host supreme. Number 1 host. Anyway,
Jesus.
You can find us on all major podcasting apps, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, and Audible. We're found where all good podcasts are found.
Wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
Wherever
SoundCloud.
you at, we there.
You can always know when we have a new episode by following us on Twitter at Mighty Movie Pod. Mm-hmm. We are also on Twitch and YouTube. Both of those are Mighty Fish Productions. And that is where you can find classic catch-up. Right now we're in the middle of our Star Trek motion picture run. We've done Star Trek The Motion Picture. And coming soon, Episode 2, Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of God.
You can check out some of our other video stuff there as well. Twitch.tv/Mighty Fish Productions. We go on there from time to time. Pretty soon we need to start doing some Amazon Watch Party stuff.
Yeah, we were talking about
Twitch
that.
Watch Party stuff. That should be fun. Hell, maybe we'll watch Wrath of Khan on there or something and then do the discussion, film our episode later. And then we can pull stuff from that, presumably. I don't know. That's interesting. That's some inside baseball shit. We don't have to think about.
You just thought about that right now.
Yeah. Inside baseball stuff, whatever.
He's spitballing as we're talking.
Yeah, I'm going to start promising big. You know what I mean? Start promising big and then don't deliver.
Hang the camera right here.
Anyway, that's my spiel.
Yes.
We'll be back.
Indeed.
We hope you've enjoyed these on time and frequent episodes.
Yeah.
I think
so far we've matched the same amount of episodes that we did for an entire year.
Yeah.
And it's only been a week.
It's the 9th of January, and we're almost up to where we were all of 2020. So hey, 2021's looking up,
Yeah,
except
getting
for
better.
Except for like insurrections and what have you.
Yeah, revolutions, failed coups.
Revolutions,
quote unquote.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Still being in a pandemic.
Shut up, Josh. Everything's going great. It's 2021. Don't bring me down. We'll be back.
Yeah.
I've been Ryan.
I'm still Josh.
And we will see you at another time. Goodbye. Bye. Oh, God. How do I...